The Phantom Island by Washington Irving. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamed of in our philosophy. And among these may be placed that marvel and mystery of the seas, the island of St. Brandon. Those who have read the history of the Canaries, the Fortunate Islands of the ancients, may remember the wonders told of this enigmatical island. Occasionally, it would be visible from their shores, stretching away in the clear, bright west, to all appearance substantial like themselves, and still more beautiful. Expeditions would launch forth from the Canaries to explore this land of promise. For a time, its sun-gilt peaks and long, shadowy promontories would remain distinctly visible, but in proportion as the voyagers approached, peak and promontory would gradually fade away, until nothing would remain but blue sky above and deep blue water below. Hence, this mysterious isle was stigmatized by ancient cosmographers with the name Aprositus, or the Inaccessible. The failure of numerous expeditions sent in quest of it, both in ancient and modern days, have at length caused its very existence to be called in question, and it has been rashly pronounced a mere optical illusion, like the Fata Morgana of the Straits of Messina, or has been classed with those unsubstantial regions known to mariners as Cape Flyaway and the coast of Cloudland. Let us not permit, however, the doubts of worldly wise skeptics to rob us of all the glorious realms owned by happy credulity in days of yore. Be assured, O reader of easy faith, thou for whom it is my delight to labor, be assured that such an island actually exists, and has from time to time been revealed to the gaze and trodden by the feet of favored mortals. Historians and philosophers may have their doubts, but its existence has been fully attested by that inspired race, the poets, who, being gifted with a kind of second sight, are enabled to discern those mysteries of nature hidden from the eyes of ordinary men. To this gifted race, it has ever been a kind of wonderland. Here once bloomed, and perhaps still blooms, the famous garden of the Hesperides, with its golden fruit. Here, too, the sorceress Armida had her enchanted garden, in which she held the Christian paladin Rinaldo in delicious but inglorious thraldom, as set forth in the immortal lay of Tasso. It was in this land that Sycorax the witch held sway, when the good Prospero and his infant daughter Miranda were wafted to its shores. Who does not know the tale as told in the magic page of Shakespeare? The isle was then full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. The island, in fact, at different times has been under the sway of different powers, genii of earth and air and ocean, who have made it their shadowy abode. Hither have retired many classic but broken-down deities, shorn of almost all their attributes, but who once ruled the poetic world. Here Neptune and Aphrodite hold a diminished court, sovereigns in exile. Their ocean chariot, almost a wreck, lies bottom upward in some sea-beaten cavern. Their pursy tritons and haggard nereids bask listlessly, like seals about the rocks. Sometimes those deities assume, it is said, a shadow of their ancient pomp, and glide in state about a summer sea. And then, as some tall Indiaman lies becalmed with idly flapping sail, her drowsy crew may hear the mellow note of the Triton's shell swelling upon the ear as the invisible pageant sweeps by. On the shores of this wondrous isle, the kraken heaves its unwieldy bulk and wallows many a rood. Here the sea serpent, that mighty but much contested reptile, lies coiled up during the intervals of its revelations to the eyes of true believers. Here even the Flying Dutchman finds a port, and casts his anchor, and furls his shadowy sail, and takes a brief repose from his eternal cruisings. In the deep bays and harbors of the island lies many a spellbound ship, long since given up as lost by the ruined merchant. Here, too, its crew, long bewailed in vain, lie sleeping from age to age in mossy grottos, or wander about in pleasing oblivion of all things. Here in caverns are garnered up the priceless treasures lost in the ocean. Here sparkles in vain the diamond and flames the carbuncle. Here are piled up rich bales of oriental silks, boxes of pearls, and piles of golden ingots.